I remember I shook like 1,000 hands that night along the route, and then like a month later, they're like, yeah, there was a pandemic, and you might be exposed to COVID if you shake hands with people. I was like, terrible timing.
Well, and of course it's still going on right now. So.
True enough, we can't put it behind us, but we're still here.
Maybe a gentle wave would be fine.
Yes.
We've got fog to deal with tonight, Patrick. We were talking about this at the top of the newscast, and we continue to see the thick fog across our areas getting thicker. Let's go outside right now. This is actually just funny just looking at this. This is the Luminary Hotel, and this is in downtown Fort Myers looking north towards North Fort Myers. You can see those lights there. That's the US 41 bridge there. And as you can see, you can't see a thing. Visibility's down to less than a quarter mile in many spots. Let's go over to our tower cam outside the station. By the way, these cameras sponsored by Shutters 239, and you can see that outside the station, things are not much better at the Cape either. You can see all that thick fog. Traffic, though, seems to be making its way just fine. Remember, use those low beams and allow enough distance between you and the car in front of you, and also watch that speed as well when you're out driving in this thick fog here for tonight. So again, the dense fog advisory continues through tomorrow morning. It mainly affects portions of coastal Sarasota, Charlotte, Lee County, and now it looks like Glades and Hendry County have been added to this. So pretty much everybody is going to be included in this dense fog advisory because it appears that the visibilities are now starting to drop off even for inland areas. 0 mile visibility right now at Port Charlotte. Half-mile visibility in Punta Gorda. 0 right now in Englewood. Getting a little bit better out here in portions of Glades and Hendry County, although I do expect these to begin dropping off here later on tonight, so they're just kind of getting a late start there. Collier County, particularly southwest Collier, is where we're seeing some of the most dense fog now. You can see the Golden Gate down to 1 mile. Marco Island at 0, and out at the airport in Naples looking at a half-mile visibility. Forecast tomorrow actually looks pretty good. I think we're going to see a little bit cooler, a little less humid here for tomorrow. Looks like those temperatures by afternoon getting to the upper 70s to around 80, so we're going to be around average. The reason why we're going to cool off a bit is because of a cold front that's going to be dropping into the area. Now, right now, the front is just north of I-4, but you can see all the cloud cover associated with it. That's going to drop into our area here for tomorrow. So it'll be a little cloudier tomorrow than what we saw today, and it'll be slightly less humid and slightly cooler. It's still going to be very pleasant, though, when you step outside. Forecast model shows all the cloud cover associated with it, so it won't necessarily be mostly cloudy, but there will just be more clouds around than what we saw this afternoon. Then as we go into Saturday evening, clouds try to break up a little bit. Front's going to drop to the south, and then setting us up for a pretty nice, comfortable Sunday morning. Temperature in the upper 50s to around 60, and then things really start to crank back up, temperature-wise and humidity-wise in the next week. And I'll show you why. I'll keep showing this map as long as it dictates what our weather pattern is going to be doing. And really, this pretty much tells the story. Dip in the jet stream here. We're going to cool off a little bit for the weekend. Then the ridge of high pressure rebuilds as we go into next week. What does that mean? Temperatures and humidity will go back up all the way through this time next week. This is actually a pretty stout area of high pressure that's going to be over the western Atlantic and the Caribbean. So our temperatures will respond. Take a look at this. Upper 80s to around 90. So similar to what we saw yesterday, we're going to see that again for several days next week, all the way into next weekend. Watch out for the dense fog tonight. Temps dropping into the mid to upper 60s area-wide. Highs tomorrow, a little bit cooler. Upper 70s to around 80 with slightly lower humidity, although we will have some fog issues in the morning. So warm and humid for tonight. We're expecting temps in the mid to upper 60s with some patchy dense fog. Highs tomorrow after some morning fog. 79, 80 degrees, that's what we'll call it. North-northwest wind at about 5 to 10. Ingman Marine forecast, watch out for dense sea fog, particularly in the morning. Seas 2 to 3 feet, northwest winds 5 to 15 knots once the front passes. 7-day forecast, we'll go with 80 tomorrow, 60 for Sunday morning, maybe even some upper 50s, 82 for Sunday afternoon, and there's that big warm-up into next week. We're all the way back up to 88 by next Wednesday.